A little over 2 weeks from now, we will celebrate 35 years of being married. You know how the joke goes. My wife and I are celebrating 10 wonderful years, blissful years of marriage. Somebody says, but you've been married 25 years. Yes, I know. We're not celebrating 10 blissful years out of 35. It's been 35 good ones. For me, don't ask her. You know why she's married to me? Because there's no purgatory. That's why she's married to me, the poor lady. She's a good lady. But I really love my wife. We got married, and 4 years after we got married, she was expecting our first child. And I can remember at that time, I was in evangelism, and we were living in a house. It was one of those standard 3 bedrooms and a bath upstairs, downstairs, kitchen, living room, dining room. My wife was up in bed. I'm down in the living room. I'm talking to God. And for some reason, I'm honest, guys, look. I don't know what you'll ever hear bad about me. And you can believe it all. But if anybody ever tells you, I don't love the Lord, you come and get me, I'm going to slug them. Because I don't care what you say about me, I love the Lord. I have loved him from the day I got saved. I have been so dazzled by somebody that would love me knowing what I am, that I love the Lord. And I really want to, as best I can, please him and live for him. And I'm down on my knees, and I am telling God, I want him to be happy. I want to give him whatever he wants. Don't ask me why this happened, but as I'm on my knees, God impressed me that my wife, who I had had for 4 years, was going to die giving birth to our child. Now, my wife has been a tremendous help to me. I mean, she is just the best. You know how hard it is, or how quick you want to go, no. Come on, can't you give all the arguments? Oh, no, it's better for me to be, to be married, and go to the whole thing. And God impressed me that my wife was going to die giving birth to our son. You see, she's known as Kathy, but that night she was Isaac. And I want you to know that kneeling at that couch, could I say something to you dads, to you husbands, to you fathers? Shame on you if all your couch is where your family sits and watches TV. We haven't had a house in 21 years, and we've been on the road for that long and raised 3 boys on the road in trailers, and every one of those trailers had a couch, and that's always been our family altar. And that night, I'm telling you people, I literally buried my face in the couch, and I howled like a baby, and I buried my face in the couch so my wife upstairs wouldn't come down and say, what are you crying about? And I said, God, if that's what you want, okay. You know what's wrong with some of you? You are hanging on to Isaac because you're so sure if you say, God, you can have it, God will take it. That prayer, that boy just celebrated his 31st birthday. And we're going to celebrate 35 years. You see, God didn't take Isaac, did he? But he still wants you to give him. And your problem tonight is that you can't, come on, isn't the real word trust? You can't trust the God of this book, the God you claim to live for, the God that you trust with your soul, the God you say you love and desire to glorify and desire to serve. You can't trust that God with your own personal Isaac. Because you're afraid if you say, God, you can have it, he'll go, okay. But he didn't take Isaac. Now he might. Hey, come on. Don't sit there, oh, good, then it's safe to do it. Oh, no, he may take yours. But you know what he wants? He wants you to put your Isaac on that altar. Was 1973, 34 years ago. I was working construction. I broke my neck. And it put me in it was broken for 2 months before they found out, because my doctor was definitely practicing medicine. He had perfected absolutely nothing. And so they what they did when they did the surgeries, they drilled 2 holes right here in my head. They really did. Anyway, and in fact, one of them, then you know what they used? I'm awake. They used a brace and bit. I'm talking, ladies, hand-run egg beater. I mean, they brought out this. I saw it before they covered my eyes. I thought, I saw it already, fool. Of course, that's better than like a Sawzall. I mean, could you imagine a half-inch drill? And you know what it sounded like? And some of you are going to take this just too literal, but it sounded like he was drilling through about a half-inch pine board. I hear it going. That wasn't so bad as when he put his foot up and pulled it out. That was a little bothersome. And you know what he did? Actually, he went through too far on one side and went all the way in. And I went. I was up over a light fixture like this. And they put this tongue traction here, and they hung me, literally, they put the rope through the cross member of the bed, and it was a great big circle electric bed. And what they would do is they would let me lay on my back for 4 hours, and then they'd flip me over for 4 hours, and I'd stare at the floor, and then I'd stare at the ceiling. And for a month, I was part of that bed. I couldn't get out of that bed. And then they did something, I told you the other night, they did something that a bunch of Christians have wanted to do for years. They cut my throat. And here's what the doctor said. And let me help you with this, because modern medicine is really a blessing. I don't care what you say. It's a very great blessing. And all you people who don't trust doctors, when your appendix goes bad, you're not going to rub an herb on your stomach. And you can hold a magnet there all day long. That's where they'll find it when they find your body. I've noticed all those people who say all those bad things about doctors all go to a doctor when they need one. Because their doctor is good. Right. And my doctor, and here's what's happened. See, because modern medicine is really is pretty good, you hear about people having quadruple bypasses like we used to hear people having their tonsils out. We go, okay. Well, it's no big deal. No. Because it's become common, that doesn't mean that it's not serious surgery. When they do, I had a preacher friend, I'm going to be with him in a couple of weeks, and he had brain surgery. And in the process of having the brain surgery, he lost his sight. He went blind. He's got the sight back in one eye. But brain surgery has become pretty commonplace. And so you hear somebody's going to have brain surgery or open heart surgery or cervical fusion or back surgery. And you go, oh, it's no big deal. Hey, guys, when they're using power tools, a 32nd of an inch from your spinal cord, it's serious surgery. My doctor said this new guy. He said, it does happen that people have this surgery and come out paralyzed. He said, you just got to be prepared for that. Now, I know that you're saved and you're prepared. You are spiritually ready to die, correct? But I got news for you. If you went to the doctor tomorrow and the doctor said, listen, a good pastor friend of mine a few months ago, it was in March, he went to the doctor. The doctor said, you got 60 days. 60 days later, he was dead, cancer. And if you went to the doctor and the doctor said, yeah, you got about 2 months tomorrow, you wouldn't say, that's okay, doc, because I'm ready. You see, now what you've been prepared for spiritually for all these years is suddenly right here. And now you'd have to emotionally get used to it. Hey, guys, I got news for you. Everybody says, go get your surgery, go get your surgery. They want to cut my throat again and do another surgery. That time, 2 other times after that I thought they were going to do the surgery, you know what I had to surrender to? I had to surrender to go to sleep like this and wake up paralyzed from the neck down. That is not an easy surrender. I'm going to face that surrender at least one more time in my life, and I got news for you. It's going to take me a while to conjure up the surrender. It is a tough, traumatic, emotional thing. So I surrendered to be paralyzed from the neck down. When I woke up from the surgery, do you know how glad I was to find out I was not paralyzed from the neck down? Now, I've got some friends think that I came through that paralyzed from the neck up. But But here was the problem. Here I was, man. I mean, I had my body back. My neck was fused. The break was fixed. To this day, every time they x-ray it, they say, man, you got a good fusion. It was 1973. I've had doctors go, whoever did this did